Alright, so what is some stuff?
What is melting?
Some basic things that you
From what you guys know.
like some properties
When molecules start to move around
or like
faster,
the properties
and it's a
objects that
change
tell you
from
that
solid
things
to
that
liquid.
you can just tell by
Okay.
There might be some gas released whenever there's melting.
And it's a physical change.
So it goes from a solid to a liquid.
Changes states.
Does heat?
Is it just heat?
No.
Like, so you're telling me that only frozen things can melt?
No, like a candle. Like a candle.
Not.
Yeah. But well,
It's either the addition of heat or the takeaway of cooling.
What about energy?
yeah, I was gonna say. I know.
Yeah,
There's,
see the differences in
that's heat.
yeah.
what can we see?
I was thinking of like an ice cube in your hand, but that's
Yeah.
heat too.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to think of something that doesn't take heat but will melt. I don't know.
So I had, okay, so you guys are going to do this sheet right here as a group, because I didn't, it's basically the same sheet as well. I had already done it, and you guys can probably see the answers just because I tried to erase it. So you guys can look at this as a group, and then you are going to do it right now, and then at the end of the lesson, you guys will redo it and see
It's a
what
list of things, and
I see if you guys are.
some of them are better, some of them are not. So we'll get down together and see which ones are better.
The materials italicized put an X next to the situations in which the italicized materials undergo melting.
So it's basically the words that are in color that you, is it melting or not?
Okay.
Like, is sawing wood to make sawdust, is that melting?
No.
No. Putting a bowl of ice cream in the sun would be. But wood wouldn't.
Dissolving salt
Y'all
and
can
water.
write
No,
it
that's
down.
dissolving.
So should we do like?
Wouldn't the
Salt
salt
kind of
melt?
melts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like dissolving, not melting.
Is it
Because it has
dissolving
a solute.
Dissolving salt in water.
No, you're
I think that's dissolving, not melting.
I gotta think it right now.
I think dissolving is melting in a way, yeah. Let's put a question mark.
We'll come back to it. Okay, adding a lifesaver candy to a glass of warm
See,
water.
that would be melting.
I feel like that's dissolving.
Yeah.
Because it's sugar and
I
water.
feel like these are kind of the same concepts. Like the actual molecules themselves are kind of like breaking down, not really like.
Changing states.
Yeah.
But it does go from a solid to a liquid.
Yeah, but
Because, like,
is
you know,
that,
if you hold a lifesaver in your mouth and it melts.
I guess that would go back to like what is
point,
the
Kayla.
true definition of melting? Is it simply a solid going into a liquid, or is it taking a solid, adding heat, and then going into a liquid? So
They're having a discussion, because that's what I'm doing this, and then we're gonna redo it to see if they actually learn.
okay,
I
so
don't know.
the
The
answer
dissolving thing
question-
is throwing me off.
Yeah, water.
From a pan.
No.
No.
That's changed from a liquid to
Yeah.
a gas.
Dissolving a sugar cube in a cup of hot tea.
I would say
There's
that.
that word again.
Pouring vinegar on
No. Sucking on a lollipop. Yeah. Because that's melting.
Well, how's that
we
different
said
than
like
the
dissolving
lifesaver?
Yeah.
Water.
Dang, you're right.
Because like the addition of water, I don't
It's
think
like-
of melting.
Yeah. I
Like
always
holding
think
that
that.
ice cube in your
Yeah.
hand is definitely melting.
Yeah.
But like
And
she
holding an
said,
ice cube in your mouth is still adding heat.
if you have like a candy in your mouth, you would say, "Oh, my
Yeah,
candy
see, I was
melted." You wouldn't say my
thinking
candy
like,
dissolved.
I was thinking like, because the warmth of your body temperature makes it. But I guess if you were to stick a lollipop in the oven, would it melt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
definitely.
So then, is it the water mixing with the lollipop that's making it melt, or the heat of your?
I think it's the heat.
I think it's a combination because if you stick a lollipop in a glass of water, it will break down, but it's just gonna be a lot
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah.
I think you can melt by heat and by
Yeah.
water.
So would that be melting or like this?
But it'd have to be warm water, right? Which would go back to the heat.
Not necessarily. I
No,
feel
I
like
mean,
if you
after a
stuck a
while-
lollipop in like a room temperature, it eventually would like break down.
Yeah.
We'll put
A question.
What do y'all think about fire?
Okay, so I see that a lot of you guys had a problem with the dissolving.
Yes.
That is a big misconception that a lot of kids, even you guys, are mistaken with heat. Heat is the application of, like Melting is application of heat to a solid, which causes it to change states of matter. Heat is a form of energy, which is a transfer of a hot substance to a cold substance. So dissolving, you guys kind of were on the right track. It's like when you have two different substances that are combined together. It's like kind of like with salt and water. You know how when it evaporates or whatnot, like
You're still left with salt.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with like vinegar, like anything that is dissolving, and that's like I said, a big misconception that a lot of us mistaken because it's not.
Because the sugar cube too is like if you put a soda in a pan and you boil it, you're gonna be left with sugar. So,
Okay, and like sucking on a lollipop or other hard candy, that's also like
So it is like applying heat to a solid.
yeah, like just applying.
So these wouldn't be, but with
Only
this
ones
be.
up here are
Okay.
So saying it melts in your mouth is a misleading statement.
so it dissolves in your mouth.
Ah.
And then you digest it.
Okay, so you said that not only cold things melt, right? Give me an example of things that are not cold.
Candle.
Wax.
You can melt like
You can still apply heat to something. Like if we
Yeah.
applied, if we applied heat to the room, if there was a fire, then like the smart board would melt, even though it's not like something like the plastic would melt, even though it's not something normally. Yeah, it would all melt at the right temperature.
Okay, so what about if I said butter?
what about butter? Butter definitely melts.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but it's just at room temperature. Like I'm just taking it out of like the refrigerator.
Well, no, it stays as a solid because you can keep it outside of the refrigerator. But it's kind of mushy.
It gets
Partially soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not like solid, but it's soft.
Yeah. So that also goes with melting. Anything that like is like defrosted or becomes softer or thawed.
That's considered melting.
So
That makes sense.
So like a frozen chicken out of the freezer and you just set it out and then dethaws, that's melting.
That's the ice melting.
Yeah, the ice.
Ah.
But you can leave butter at the fridge. It's just large.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I never knew that. I think that would spoil because it's got milk in it, the butter.
Cookie bars out.
That's interesting. Learn something.
Okay.
Room temperature butter is so
So
much better. It spreads so much easier.
I'm gonna go get a new tub of butter.
Well,
so
make sure you
okay.
get butter, not margarine.
So solids are the only matter that can be melted. Is it just solid that can be melted?
Yeah.
Just solid. Okay.
This is really messing with my head. Like, I just don't know what to think.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let me see. So when a solid melts, it typically goes through one of the it goes through phases. It's not like I said, it's not dissolved. So we have phases like sublimation and evaporation, which is one of the questions that we had. That's this, like a phase, like that's one of the phases, but it's like, for example, melting is a phase, evaporation is a phase, and sublimation is a phase. So evaporation is a different phase that also people mistaken that as melting. So for instance, ice is an example of that, like dry ice.
I was thinking about that earlier.
Okay, so you guys can go back into the sheet.
Okay, so now that we look back at the sheet, do we think that this is melting?
No.
Do we think that this is melting?
No.
And that?
No.
So only two are melting.
The two that we have.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me why it's melting again.
You apply heat to it. But the sucking on a lollipop, I don't know. That one still confuses me. It's the combination of your
It
spit
confuses a
and
lot of people because they think that, you know how your breath is hot, so they think that when you, like, for instance, you put candy in your mouth, it's like you're applying the heat or the hotness of your breath to
So if you think about like sucking on a lollipop and then holding a flame under a lollipop, it like doesn't drip in your mouth when you're sucking on it, but it will drip with the lighter under it.
Will it though?
Yeah.
I think it'll be more like.
Because when you make lollipops, you pour the liquid sugar.
I feel like
to melt sugar and then
it'll be more, if you just melted a lollipop, it would be more syrupy than it is because that's with your spit when you're sucking on it. That's
Yeah.
a dissolve as
Yeah.
compared to a melt.
I feel like it's more dissolving than melting.
Yeah, I feel like they're two different. Like you can melt a lollipop, but you
Like what I'm thinking about is if y'all ever watched like the cake decorating shows where like they melt down the candy and then they like stretch it or pull it. That's what I'm picturing now. It's like the melted candy. Like,
Yeah.
It's more of like a thin, hard candy, whereas in your mouth it just dissolves. And then you taste the flavor.
Yeah, when you melt it, you still have the candy.
Yeah, you still have it.
and when you
And when you suck on it, it's
I
gone.
think we'd have to actually like heat up a sucker to see.
You probably got one somewhere around here.
Good job.